Hey, where are you guys? I'm here with the amazing, inspirational Lucie Lynch.
Aloha!
And we're at Proof on the other side of Veritania. On Veritania side of Chinatown. Anyway, Lucie, tell us what you do and everything.
What do I do?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm an artist, like all the way from the inside out and the outside in. A singer and songwriter, a playwright, a soul sound alchemist, which I just love the expression. That's what singing bowls and gongs and chimes and vocals. So I'm all about opening people's hearts and make people feel a little bit more.
And your story, how you got here, is so incredible.
Yes. So I had a dream where I flew around the head of the Statue of Liberty, and it said, "It's about time that you come home." And so I know other people would have been like, whatever, but I woke up and I followed the dream. So I started in New York City. I flew to New York, and from there I knew I was onto something. And then I traveled all the way through the States and ended up in Hawaii. And fell in love with this place, with the aloha, with the spirit. And then, luckily, a year later, I met my husband here.
And to tie everything in really quick, Lucie is Lucie and the Perfect Wave, which we had Michael Tannenbaum and Nick on last one. They're the Perfect Wave, and Nick is an old friend of ours. So it's good. So usually next question is, when did the music bug hit you?
I think it was very early on because my dad was a very, very big music fan. Like he played the washboard in a band he did in school, you know. He was like everything, Beatles and the Rolling Stones and Santana. So my parents always tell me the story when I was little and I was hurting or something was going on. They put big headphones on me with Santana and I would immediately feel that. And the healing power of music, right? So I kind of think that's when the bug already got me. And my mother, she was exceptionally, or is, really good at rhyming. So she would always make up these really funny rhymes. And I think I just took that from her, and I took the music from my dad. And to this day, I love rhyming, I love music, and I put it together in German and in English. And I think that's where the bug caught me early on.
And then, was there any favorite bands growing up you liked a lot?
Definitely Santana, obviously. The Beatles, for sure. Interestingly enough, when I was a teenager, it was Nirvana was my first record that I bought.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the Nevermind one. There was a band, it was a German band. They were called Fury in the Slaughterhouse. I loved them a lot. And one of my biggest idols was actually Melissa Etheridge.
Wow.
And she's the reason why I started singing. The song, Like the Way I Do, is the reason why I'm sitting here today.
Wow. That answers the next question. Okay, so to further tie more things in, how did you and Nick and Michael meet up?
When I moved here, I was connected to a group that was called the Breakthrough Music Group. And it was a beautiful man and his wife from the mainland. They came here, they did these so-called breakthrough music workshops. And I decided to just sign up for one to see what's going on here in the scene. And that's where I met Michael. I'm not sure if he was in my class or he was just connected to that group. And I heard Michael play slack key guitar. And I had these melodies in my head. And I asked him, would you be willing to get together and I could sing to your guitar? And he was like, well, usually people don't really sing to this kind of music. And I was like, let me just try. And so we did. And the first song that I kind of riffed was Reunion. And it became our first song. And one day when we were at his house sharing that song, Nick was visiting, he just moved back from New York to Hawaii, and Nick was in the back room, and he heard us, and he came out and was listening, and next thing you know, he was like, can I join in? And so then we had our first gig at the coffee house Morning Brew, I think, in Kailua. Mm-hmm. So we set up a gig, and we basically improvised the whole thing. And then we worked well together.
Yeah.
And this is, I think, like 8 years ago.
Yeah. Because you guys went gangbusters. I mean, all of a sudden you had a big band, you had the 3-piece, you played everywhere. You have how many? An album and a couple EPs or something?
We have a live album that we recorded at Medici's in Manoa. Mm-hmm. And then we did another EP, alive, together. And there's so many performances. I mean, when I think about it, we did it all. I mean, Hullabaloo, Downbeat Diner, Whole Foods, Doris Duke Theater. I mean, we did all different kinds of performances.
Weren't you on Linda's compilation, the first one?
Yes. Oh my God, we did for the Mahalo Japan. We did.
Hi, Linda.
Linda. Oh, we have to meet again, Linda. We did a beautiful song. And it was very stretchy for me because it was half English, half Hawaiian. And I loved it though.
And a couple of things. Hi, Nick.
Oh, is Nick there? Oh my God. Nicky. I'm not wearing my glasses.
And then you gracefully invited me to your play you have. That was really. I got to sit in the back and just watch you and your friend. What's your name?
Marsha Zena Major.
Yeah.
And the play is called Money Talks, but what the hell is it saying?
Yeah, and it was great. I liked it. Like very kind of like something you would see in New York kind of thing. And you guys really spoke it well, and it was kind of nice evening.
It's funny that you say that because Marsha and I met today, and we shared a little bit again about that interesting feeling that 3 years ago, or like 2020, beginning of 2020, we were so convinced that year we would go to Broadway. We had already set up connections to off-Broadway, and we all know what happened and how life just took a complete different turn from there. But we have the show recorded from the Doris Duke Theater, and it's now available for everybody online to watch. So go to www.ilovemoneytalks.com, the show, and you can watch the full show and enjoy, because I feel like it's even more timely now than it was back then. It's all based on the Rumi quote, "You all wander from room to room, hunting for the diamond necklace already around your neck." And isn't that the truth?
So you doing with your explain that.
So people have always kind of commented on the healing energy of my voice. And, there was this part of me that was a little bit like, but I want to be Melissa Etheridge. Like, I want to, like the way I do, And there was always that, but we love you, soothing. You have such a soothing energy to you. And so, again, it started with a dream. I had a dream where I played a bowl and I was singing with it. I was like, well, it worked out with New York. I might as well go for it. So I bought a singing bowl. And I started just one bowl and singing with it. And I got invited to different events by different sound healers. And then next thing you know, I had 12 singing bowls and a gong and chimes. And then I just followed that path. And I just love loving people. Like I just love people. So it was so natural for me to have people laid down and just wrap them in my imagination, nature walks, seeds of light under the tree, and just have people feel good. And so that's how that happened. And that's at the moment the main thing I do is these beautiful sound journeys for people.
Now, do you have retreats or something, or how does that work out?
So usually what I discover, I work for different yoga studios, but my favorite is I go to a private house, I tell the host, hey, you invite 10 of your friends, everybody chips in, and I'm going to show up and I'm going to create the experience. And that makes it very intimate and also very comfortable for people. instead of going to an event where there's all these strangers. So
Say hi, Andy.
So that that privacy actually really makes it very sweet.
If someone wants to contact you for that, how do they get that?
You just reach out through Facebook, Instagram, my website, or you call me. Like, I'm really available. I'm so easy to reach, you know. So again, Lucie Lynch Music website, Lucie Lynch on Facebook. I'm a little bit old school that way, so Facebook Messenger, super way to reach me. Instagram Messenger. Not so much forward on TikTok yet, so I'm trying on the old ways.
Because I saw you with your singing balls when you worked with Kamala at the Blue Room.
Yes.
Yeah, that raised everything up a little more.
Yeah.
That's kind of so. Will there be Lucie the Perfect Wave reunions?
So we are flirting. You know, we're flirting right now, and I think for me right now, I am in a little bit of a transitional space. I was, in the most interesting ways, forced to travel and tour this year for 3 months, and so now I'm going to go again back to Europe in winter. So that's why at the moment I'm really only here 3 more weeks, and then I'm going to be gone for 6 weeks. And when I come back, our favorite gig was the Perfect Wave was actually in Whole Foods Kahala. We always rocked the place, and it would be fun to have a reunion with them. You know, but right now I was just not in the space with.
Well, I had to since everybody's been on the show. Yeah. It's fun. On that note, and actually I saw you jamming with Yvonne that one time. That was 2016 or something.
We just looked it up yesterday. I'm in the studio right now. I'm recording a tribute album for my dad.
Yes.
With a couple of Beatles songs, a couple of his favorite German songs. And one of the songs that I'm recording is my original song, The Light. And I will never forget, I get chills. 2016, Tavana invited me to one of his shows. And I went to his house back in the days with my VW van Frida. And The Light is a song, it's just me on the guitar, usually picking, very cute, very softly. And he brought it to this next level with like his beats and his drums, and then he had this kind of like almost like country like rock link with it. And it changed my life. You know, like that song, I was like, that's how I kept hearing it. And so now I'm in the studio with a producer that helps me to recreate some of that. And so I love Tavana. I love his music. I love his like fierceness, his like everything about him. So it was a big honor.
It was a great night.
Yeah.
So I knew you, but we never got to really talk or anything like that. And all of a sudden, wow, you were there. It was really kind of cool. I mean, to actually see you in person and really rock out with Savannah, because that stage was amazing. Everybody had on the guests was just on par with it. You know, when you have somebody that talented bringing more people in, it brings the community in.
He created a foundation for everyone to shine, and really. He got out the best in everyone. That's what really moved me so much. Was I could have never envisioned this song without him contributing that way, like giving me the growth. I would have never thought this cute little ballad could have that oomph. So yeah, Tavana.
And you're next coming up. We gotta talk, young man.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I've been want to build up and stuff before we jumped in and stuff like that. So besides that, what do you do in your spare time? Do you have any free time?
Okay, because I think I do what I love and I'm just all about all of this. I have spare time and I love walking my dog.
I've seen you a couple of times walking your dog. Because you live in the neighborhood my daughters live in. Yeah.
So people call me the singing lady with her dog, you know, because I'm always, when I'm walking, I'm practicing and I'm like, trying different riffs and stuff.
You're an artist.
Yeah, so I love spending time with my amazing Matthew Lynch, DJ Kamakani. I love sometimes I mean, I just love playing music anyways. Off time, on time, anytime. Yeah, I realize that I don't really have any hobbies per se because.
Well, your art,
just
your
what I do.
same thing. With me. My art's my passion, my photography and stuff, and I'll get home or whatever, and I'll sit in front of a computer and try to. I have a gallery coming up. You won't be there. Well, it's in December.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be freezing.
Yeah.
So I went to Goodwill last week and I bought myself a hoodie. And I'm really just deciding I'm gonna shift my energy about cold weather. I said I'm gonna enjoy the heck out of this for just that short amount of time.
Yeah. So, do you wake up? Do you put on music right away, or just you creating music?
When I wake up, I have to usually orient myself, like, okay, what am I doing planet Earth? Oh my God, this is really still happening. So, and then what I recently started doing, and that really happened while I was in Germany and while my dad was transitioning, I really started like just almost claiming that this is gonna be, and it's almost gonna make me emotional, but this is gonna be a magical day. There's going to be amazing people. There's going to be so much kindness. And I'm just here to show up and love on people. And it has helped me so much to navigate through bureaucracy. It has helped me navigate through the loss and the grief. And it just has helped me to bring myself in that almost like childlike wonder expectation of, oh my God, I wonder what exciting things are going to happen today versus, oh my God, and I've been there too. Like last year, I had a very different experience because I woke up in the morning and was really kind of like just full of anxiety. And that even the shift has really...
Yeah, because that's important, because same thing, I always look forward to no matter what. I don't care if I have a headache or my foot hurts or it's a beautiful day. It's going to be the same attitude. Thank you for letting me still be here, and just be positive every single moment of the day. I mean, I'm stuck in traffic today. I'm late today, guys, and it's like okay, and I'm trying to focus, reset energy. It's like, and it's very important to let go of the negativity.
Yes.
I don't want, but it's always looking for a positive, getting through. And because my mom passed away, and but every day she's still there. And I walk out my lanai and I say thanks for them. But if you love somebody, you always tell them who you are. That's the thing about this podcast is hanging out with my buddies one-on-one at this place.
Yeah.
And you've been a big fan. You've been hanging out like that. Andy and Jasmine are very, very, gracious for letting me show up here. So I think it's good. And how many people do we know on this island who are musicians or artists?
Many.
Yeah. And it's just a showcase because everybody's seen you guys' photographs over there. Now it's time they can, see what's going on. Wait, hey Keith, what are you doing? It's Keith Frazier. And you're soon, man. We got to get together. But the whole point about it is talking story, letting people around the world see, you guys are real people, and you guys are, human beings, and you guys have a story, and it's been fun. And we're all connected somehow. If you're on this island,
it's like a web. We're like family.
Yeah, and that's the really cool thing. So I get to be like the little host for half an hour and say, hey, this is my buddy. Isn't that cool? So that's cool. Thank you for showing up. Thank you for waiting. So, other inspirations. Do you ever wake up and, you're very a dream person. You just said that. Do you have other dreams sometimes? What I do, this is pretty crazy. I'll have a little idea. It's usually a cooking idea. It's like, what am I going to do with this? Why can I bring these two together? And I'll let it boil in my head for maybe a week or two, and all of a sudden, go and get it. There it is. Yeah.
I feel like I'm always inspired. I'm always inspired, like making up songs about everything.
Yeah.
And last year was a very special year because I've been diving really deeply into something called the Gene Keys and Human Design, which is all based on the Chinese I Ching with the 64 hexagrams, which is also connected to astrology. Anyway, this is a whole nother, it's a very different topic. But So I committed for 1 year. Every Monday I went live with my beautiful friend Randy. We went live on Zoom with a group of women and talked about each single gene key. And I wrote a song every Monday. So last week we finished the whole thing, and 64 gene key songs have been created along the way. And it was a big deal, but what it also showed me was all I need is a poem, a quote, something, and I'm going to write a song about it just because I love it. I need a person, they tell me a little bit about their life and their story, and I write them a song. And so that has been really a wonderful journey, and it has been a very creative journey to keep the juices flowing. And all the songs have just like, I am a warrior of light, or God lives on the inside, or let go and let God. It's all about equality and humanity and unity. Like the songs, they're all about, I think, things that we per se care about.
Yeah.
So
Good night. That's Andy, our wonderful host. Love you, man. Say hi to everybody.
All right. Nice to talk to you.
Yeah, good to see you.
Love it.
Yeah.
So, is there any recordings in your future? Solo recordings?
Yes, so right now I'm really in the studio with Imua Garza. Thank you.
Oh, he's like amazing.
I know, and I've done a couple songs with him throughout the pandemic, and now I'm going to do a full tribute album to my dad with him. And then I recorded the 64 songs. I really recorded just me and my guitar at home on my GarageBand for now. I with Daniel Gilad. Oh my God, Daniel Gilad.
Dan was on.
He was here
A couple weeks ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Love you so much. He and we did a beautiful series called Lucie and the Four Elements, where we combined my crystal singing bowls with his amazing beats and electronic music.
Yeah.
And so that is out. So you can really find everything on Lucie Lynch Bandcamp and check it out. Like, it's all different kind of styles. It's German music, it's the German songs, it's meditation music, it's like rock, it's Lucie and the Perfect Wave. So it's really kind of like an oasis of peace with all different kind of styles.
So, end of the day, this is one. I've never asked anybody this question. End of the day, you're ready to go to bed.
Yeah.
How do you turn everything off?
How do I turn everything off?
How do you? I mean, because most people as artists, have their brain going constantly. How do you go from like to like?
Okay. I love taking baths. That's the reason. Believe it or not, we live in Kaimuki. We don't really have a bath. We also don't have a jacuzzi yet. But I have one of those those shower tubs where I can be in like an embryo. So most of them, at least twice or 3 times a week, you find me there, candles, bird music, piano music, and then I'm just kind of like in there in my hot water. So that really calms me down. I also, this is a little embarrassing, but what also helps me is, as a child, I would listen to a very certain audiobook, like a German audiobook, and I found it on Spotify. So when my brain is really going wild, I put that on, and I fall asleep right away. And then snuggles help, and, things like that. But anyway.
Yeah, I just lay down and do a series of deep breathing.
Yeah.
And I just focus on everything else because there's so much stuff in our lives.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even deal with politics or whatever. It's just my personal Bill Hale things. I'm doing this, I'm doing this and this, my girlfriend and my kids, and all of a sudden I just close my eyes and do this account breathing. And as long as I focus on just my breathing in and out, I'm fine. But I like that one.
Yeah, bringing it back to the breath is always, that's really the most. And also, I think another thing is that gratitude, right? For me, when I run through the day and just quickly think about a couple things where I'm like, oh my God, thank you, that was so fun, or that was so beautiful, or that was such a random act of kindness. And then I realized it happens every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's just the way I can then rest and say, you know what, right now, there's nothing to worry. Let's take another day tomorrow.
Yeah. Exactly. Look, we have to mention your wonderful husband because you guys are the eclectic couple.
We are.
I mean, I think opposites attract, but you guys aren't really opposites, but you guys are opposites kind of way, but you're not.
Yeah.
I mean, you live up here, and he's like so grounded in his, activities with
He's it's so beautiful because he's really kind of like, when I think about it, he is like my tree, He's like a tree. I'm so grateful for that relationship, and he's such an artist by heart, though. Even though sometimes you could think from the outside, like, oh, sustainability and this and that.
Yeah.
But, the last few years he changed to being a DJ on KGUH. We have now the record label, Beautiful Emergent Records. And he's really very artistic, but he has something he has such a connection to the earth.
Yes.
And I have that connection to like whatever that is, right? Like the stars.
That's what I'm saying. You live in the cosmos.
And I feel like it's for both of us, though. It's almost like we're together. Like I'm the balloon that's kind of like when he's holding the balloon and he's grounded to the earth, and so together we have really a beautiful, beautiful.
Yeah. Because he's like
playful love.
Because his heritage is like, is he like Hawaiian and Australian?
He's Filipino, Irish, Scottish. Okay. His mom, 4th generation pineapple plantation workers here. Okay. His father, Australia.
Yeah. Okay.
But he so deeply loves this place. He cares for this place. So deeply connected to the Aina, to the people.
Because technically, after a certain, you're Hawaiian. You may not be blood quantum, but if you especially like that, because I just thought automatically because he has that Aloha in his spirit. Yeah. Wait. Because this is my person. How did you guys meet?
So I was traveling, like I said, traveling through the United States, and in Hawaii, I fell in love with Hawaii, had to go back to Europe, came back for 6 months, and I did the yoga instructor's license back then. And after the 3 months of taking that yoga training, I felt kind of burned out by it. And so I wanted to travel in Hawaii again. And I traveled with couchsurfing, couchsurfing.org.
Okay. Wow.
Not to promote this, I don't even know really if it's still that epic as it was back then. But I ended up on his couch. So that's how we met. He picked me up from the airport. It's my favorite moment. He rides there with his motorcycle. He comes up and he takes off his helmet, and he had like this little longer hair, and he shakes his head. And for me, it's all in slow motion. And I was like, oh. And then me with a pink flower dress, completely sunburned, with my backpack and my travel guitar on the back of his motorcycle, back to his house in Kaimuki. And I just kind of had a feeling about it. But he didn't really have a feeling about it yet. So I needed a lot of patience. I needed to wait for actually 10 months until he finally realized, I think she's actually the one. And then we figured it all out.
Now, here's a silly question. If they're doing a movie, who would play you? Who would play Matt?
Oh, my. That must be probably younger actors now, because who would it be? The first two people, but that's my generation of actors, would be like Kirsten Dunst, or Dunst, I think her name, or Helen Hunt. She would be me, but now I don't know if that works still. Who would be Matt? I could also see Keanu Reeves playing Matt.
Yeah, the motorcycle routine.
I know. Like a red pill or blue pill.
Okay, who cooks?
Matt. I only do salads, mozzarella, tomato, and really cool bread stuff. Matt is like a gourmet chef.
I didn't know that.
He's really a very good cook.
That's cool. And so you guys are always going, how do you keep a relationship? How do you keep a relationship strong? You are here, he's there, it's like.
And
you have a calendar? Like, I'm here, you're there?
I feel like there's just some like underlying bond that we have, thankfully so. And, to be very honest and very transparent here on the social media, because I don't want to contribute to any like fake news. We had moments where it went this way, but we always found ways to come back together.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it has to do with checking in with each other. How are we? How is this working? You know, do we still have fun? And a big part of this year was really when my father decided to move on, that Matthew immediately said, I'm coming, I'm going to be there. And we had this 3-week window where we were out of our usual busy, hustle, bustle. Yeah. And we really just kind of reconnected, and that showed me that, man, in relationships, if we can take time, if we can take these pockets of time where we just really, no mobile devices, no anything, and really just connect again and take a look like, is this still working? Does this still feel good? And I don't know, I feel like we found a whole nother level of relationship again.
It's good.
Yeah.
It's good, because you guys are an amazing couple together.
We are.
Yeah. It's good. So what's in the future? Besides, you going to Europe for a while, but what is 2023 is coming up?
Yes.
I mean, I just started saying that a couple days ago. It's 2023. And I can't still, for me it's 1980 or 1990 or whatever, right?
Yeah.
But so, what do you have planned? What do you want to accomplish in 2023?
So part of it is so definitely finish this album, the tribute album. Next summer I'm planning on going, Matthew and I both actually were planning on going on a really beautiful Europe tour. So my dad had this French car. It's an old timer. It's a 2-seater, bright blue. It used to be a promotion car for Aloha cigarettes. And so the idea is next summer we're touring with that throughout Germany, Europe, some yoga festivals and things where I share my music and everything. So kind of that style. Recording more music, collaborating more on music with other people, and really just taking it to the next level of creativity. I guess that would be the best way. Like more on a physical level, finishing the album, going on a tour. Lots of changes, surprises are in the oven, which I cannot really talk about yet. So there's a lot going on.
Good. Yeah. I mean, I kind of depend on you something crazy all the time. Well, I mean crazy, but like we have friends who are in certain genres and they stay in there.
Yeah.
Then we have friends who kind of experiment. Then we have buddies like you that it's going to be something exciting. Yeah, and it's going to be spiritual or enlightening, and I like that. And I'm just the guy who's like take photographs, hang out and talk story with everybody. Just good. Cheers.
I'm excited to see. I always love experimenting. I love putting things together that are not usually put together. This year, with Daniel Gillard and I, we put a video recording to our sound healing / electronic music, and it was actually playing at the new movie theater at the Hilton for a while, right?
Really?
They have moving seats.
Oh, yeah.
And smells are coming out of the front seats and water spritzers and stuff. And for a while, I was going in every Friday live with my bowls and my ocean drum, and then the movie would show. It was called Mother Earth. It was all in the middle of COVID, so we had, then it kind of, only 5 people are allowed, only 10 people are allowed, so it was a little tricky. But I always love putting things together, weaving new things together, so I'm really excited to see what's on for next year.
Yeah, I'm just beginning to realize, I try to, have certain ideas in my head. I'm going to do next. What do I need to do? What's going to happen? And I kind of have because I'm taking on a new client, and that's be a major endeavor. I mean, the whole top to bottom. He's a photographer, and he has like these multifaceted things, and we're planning out. It's a 3-year plan. At the end of the 3 year, we're doing a next documentary or something on him. Because all his friends are freaking legends, and he is. Yeah. There's a Bob Dylan cover, Bob Dylan's greatest hits, and it's just, what inspired me as a kid is like, I want to got a Grammy, and then his buddy actually took that photograph. There's every time we talk, it's like wow, and so that's like a 3-year plan for me. Yeah. And then my stuff, I have 2 more books hopefully this year. Coming next year, and just getting the Bill Hale stuff out. But and then taking this maybe to the next level or whatever.
Yeah.
But the important thing is right now connecting with everybody.
Yeah.
Connecting, talking, say hi, see what's going on.
That's really the thing. What has been really beautiful with this record label, because it's not only about me anymore.
Yeah.
Like it has been really actually relaxing to be like, oh, you know, we have these 3 artists that we're working with now. Like, where can we place them? And then, you know, and then in the background there's then maybe, you know, I could do like a collaboration, or maybe I could be the opening act of something or whatever, but it's not that main focus anymore. So it's really become this like, wow, like what's possible? Like
Yeah.
what are we possible to be?
And then how did you guys hook up with Daniel?
Daniel. So one day I had this idea of combining my singing bowls with electronic music, and somehow his name came up. And I remember I had him in the back of my mind and in the depth of my heart. And then I searched him up on social media. And then someone, though, gave me, I think, his number or Facebook. I don't remember. Somehow I reached out and I shared with him. And we got together, and it was kind of just like family in the first place, you know. And then, and what really bonds us was that he also lost his dad not too long ago. So then when this now occurred for me, there was even a deeper, just a relating of, man, you know, this life is too short to hold grudges, to be all of any of it, egotistical, to be super dramatic, to be any of those things.
Yeah, and Daniel's one of those very few people that nothing gets to him. He's so centered, so grounded, so and I just the minute I met him, because I'm a Dukes, so just, you know, and then we've gone through some sound people, and the typical sound guys are frustrated guitar players kind of thing. And then, you know, but, you know, Daniel's always just so level.
Yeah, he's just one of the most loving, honest, and really just present people that I know.
Yeah.
Like when he's there, like when Daniel says, I'm there for you, it's not just like one of those, hey, let me know if you need anything.
Yeah.
You know, and then I call and it's like, I said that. He is like, I know that if I would call him and say, look, like my wall is crumbling, he would show up in front of my doorstep. Next thing you know.
Yeah.
And so that's what him and Matt also, what brings them together is just that, like, you can rely. There's some sort of like, I can rely on you. Like it's not just like a superficial kind of relationship.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, he's always been, and the more we talk, the more you did that, because you know he's a big Metallica fan, and so that's kind of like, you know. So besides everything else, what's going on? How you doing? I mean, it's life. I mean, we have to make the best of it, no matter what's going to happen. You know, and I had this thing like a couple years ago. No matter what it is, that moment is the best moment of your life. It could be the worst way, but that's your life.
And it's the only thing we have.
Yeah.
So I feel that's what I learned.
Yeah.
I have to say, you know, specifically, losing my dad was like the biggest nightmare idea of my life. It really was. And I really thought, and he had cancer, and it was not something that didn't came like overnight, like, but I was in such kind of denial about it. I was hopeful until the last moment.
Yeah.
And I always thought, if I would lose him, I don't know if I could survive. And then, while I was there, and while all of that was happening, all of this beauty came out. And it was exactly what you just said. It brought me into the exact moment. Like I was there, and it was about every word we shared. It was about the experiences, the stories we shared. The last week that we had when he was at home in his bed, we created a playlist of like his favorite German songs. And Matthew was still in Hawaii and had the KTOH radio show. And here we were putting together all these songs. maybe on a Thursday. On the Friday night, my father fell asleep, and Saturday morning, Matthew was playing all of the songs that my father and I had put together on the playlist on KTUH. It was so profound, and it really taught me that every moment, man, every moment counts. Every breath, everything that we do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for being patient.
Yes.
It's been an honor and a pleasure. I've always been we mutual respect for each other. So, I mean, when I can, when it pops up my feed, I always pay attention explicitly. So, anyway, say something. Tell me a big guy or what do you want? Say, it's your moment. Go ahead, Lucie. Take it away.
I'm here in this moment. Oh, so precious. I just wanted to say thank you so much for taking the time to receive this beautiful message. And feel free to go to Spotify, go to Bandcamp, just receive the music and the love that I have to share musically with this world. And if there's anything, if you feel like, oh my God, I want to host a private garden concert, I want to host a sound healing at my house with my 10 best friends, just reach out. If you have a general question, if you want to ask me anything, why do you always wear leopard prints? Whatever it is. Just reach out. Don't be a stranger. And just, I'm here. I'm very approachable.
Well,
I love people.
Thank you. Thank you guys out there. Until next time. Aloha.
Aloha.